Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to our second session in the community-driven Landcare stream. Next up, I have from the University of Tasmania, Dr. Bassie Limenih. And I'm really sorry, I'm going to blame my accent if I didn't pronounce that properly.
So, hi everyone. My name is Bassie. I'm from the University of Tasmania, working as a postdoc on the project funded by National Environmental Science Program under Resilient Landscape Hub. My presentation is all about what does success looks like and identifying factors that helps to generate environmental positive outcomes for Landcare and threatened species recovery teams projects. So as the name indicates, our project is focused on just unpacking what success looks like for natural resource management initiatives, such as maybe conservation, restoration, or wildlife management under the leadership of Landcare, threatened species recovery teams, and other community-based efforts across the whole Australia. To tell you a bit about the key research area of our project, the first one is just in order to identify locally and national relevant indicators that help us in order to assess ecological, social, and economic outcomes of the initiative across different scales. And then second, we are going to investigate the trade-offs and synergies between objectives and perception of success across different stakeholders. We may find success, different people define success in different ways. So we are going to investigate how, for example, farmers define success, and how it's different from volunteers or other coordinators or managers. And third, we're going to also investigate the trade-offs and the synergies between different types of success. Success is multidimensional. It's not only ecological. It can also include social and financial outcomes, okay? So we're going to see what is the synergies and trade-offs between different types of success. And then the fourth objective we have is just to identify different factors that affect the successes, different types of successes that we have mentioned here. So given that, in order to give you a bit of context about why we are interested on perception and objectives of success across different stakeholders, I'll give you, I'll provide a bit of the landscape of people and organizations that are involved in natural resource management initiatives. So at the bottom of this diagram, we have individuals or actors who are involved in natural resource management activities. Those are, for example, Landcare, community volunteers. Some of you are one of these. Coordinators, expert advisors, and project managers, and so on. So these actors, they have been involved in different natural resource management activities, right? Such as you may be involved in planting trees, erosion control, fire management, or a lot of different types of natural resource management activities. So this, in doing these activities, they have been involved also in different local and regional networks, right? Or programs, such as Landcare, Coast Care, Dune Care, and so on. And this is also, this local and regional groups or networks are associated with top-level national programs or funding agencies, like National Landcare Group, maybe NRM region of Australia, and so on. So from the, we can see that natural resource management is not just doing some it's not done by like a single point. It's just, it needs a lot of actors who work at the multiple scale and across different programs in the networks, right? So we have to understand the link and then the synergies and the different trade-offs across different scales, different programs. It's just a bit complex. So another one is just like different people use different information in order to make decision, right? So that that information, that indicator they used actually affects the decision that they are going to make. So when you look at here, the different people, like the number of people who are involved in different programs, it's not easy to suggest that whether that program is successful or not, right? So that's why we are asking people what program you have been involved in and whether you have been successful or not. Along with that, we may find also co-benefits. It's not only, it may not be your primary objective, but there may be other co-benefits that come along with your activity. This diagram shows, this diagram is from our recent paper we have done. It's under review at the moment in order to identify what are the factors that affect people to participate in natural resource management activities across, that is it's just a review paper from different papers. So, so far, like socioeconomic studies tends to focus on only social factors, values, and beliefs that actually affect people's participation or intention to participate in natural resource management activities. And also we have found that environmental, ecological studies focus on environmental factors that affect ecological outcomes. And there are few studies that looked at how on-ground activities that affect ecological outcomes. But we haven't found any study that actually link between the ecological and social studies. I mean, the existing study focus on only one aspect of the chain. That means only either ecological dimension or social dimension. There is no, we haven't found any evidence that shows how they reconnect each other. And then even though there are a lot of models that actually link all the institutional, economic, and social dimensions, we have consulted the existing frameworks in order to build our framework. So this is the framework that we have that shows the interlink between different elements and the interaction among different natural resource management programs. So we have like a pre-existing condition that refers to the broad and specific characteristics of people, place, and the activity. And that this pre-existing condition actually affects people's intention to participate in natural resource management activities. And we have outcomes that actually include ecological, social, and financial outcomes. So these outcomes can be evaluated, and that evaluation outcome feed back into the pre-existing condition that in turn affects people's intention to participate in natural resource management activities. So to test this conceptual framework, we co-designed a survey that with our co-partners that with Landcare, Natural Resource Management, Australia Threatened Species Recovery Team, New South Wales, the Q, and then with this survey, with the national survey, we have also ecological database, ecological and socioeconomic database that actually can be merged with survey data, national survey data, that will help us in order to see whether people perception about the outcome of natural resource management initiative matches with the existing situation. And for some of areas like New South Wales and Tasmania, we have ecologists who just go to the site and then collect ecological data that can be merged to the survey data in order to compare the observed outcome, that means the actual outcome that in the on ground, with people perception. So given this all the introduction we have about our project, I'm going to present now the objective and perception of success among different actors. This is a preliminary finding from our survey. Probably some of you may know about the survey, you may get our survey. I don't know, but yeah. So, so far, we have 249 respondents. These respondents are, we have got from different stakeholders, including landholders, rangers, community members, on-ground coordinators, and then farmers and organization or policy actors. So landholders are actually private landowners who are more involved in natural resource management activities rather than just focusing on the on production. And our survey came from like a national, it's a national-based survey. It came from the whole over Australia, as we can see from the map in the blue dot. And in our survey, we have asked our respondent over the years like in which activity you have been participated and how successful you are. That means in your perception, it's just to scale 1 to 5, 0 to 5. So the blue bar chart shows the activities involved over the years, and then the green one, the perception of success. So as you can see, from the top, activities such as planting native trees, coordinating and or supporting people, and manually removing native invasive weeds are activities that were most successful and most practiced over the years. In contrast, from the down, we can see that activities such as closing water points or planting native trees are the least successful and then the least practiced activities. And we have also asked our respondents about how important these ecological objectives and how do you feel your achievement. Still, it's a scale from 1 to 5. And we have seen that from the bar chart, we have seen that there is a gap between, again, the blue shows the perceived success, and then the green shows the perceived importance. And then we can see that there is a bit of gap between what's being important and what's being successful. That means that gap actually tells us there should be, even though we know that it's not easy to achieve what we always value, all right? But it tells us some kind of, this gap tells us we need some kind of resources or investments or priority in our future natural resource management activities to reduce that gap. So across all respondents, we can see that objectives such as enhancing knowledge and experience, and also create opportunities for sharing knowledge and experience, and also to increase the capacity of the community and local institution are the one that are highly perceived as more important and at the same time successful across all the stakeholders. And then apart from ecological objective, we have also asked them what these personal, social, and economic, institutional, and cultural objectives, how important they are, and how do you feel your achievement. So, sorry, there is a bit of, oh my, sorry. There's no bug? Oh. Sorry.
Do you want to go?
Yeah.
Do you know where you're up to?
Yeah.
But maybe just use that one if it's easier.
It doesn't show them.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Okay.
Just there you go.
Sorry for that. Yeah, so in this we have found that objectives such as enhancing knowledge and experience and also creating job opportunities for knowledge and experience found to be the most achieved and successful one. And then interestingly, we have found that in most personal, social, and institutional and cultural objectives, perceived success is higher than perceived importance. It seems that it's not just their objective, it's just an unintended outcome that come out of involvement in natural resource management activities. And then the same, we have asked our respondent about how farm and business and property objectives are important and how how they feel this achievement. And then we have found that farmers are more into improving livestock, and then the same for organization and policy actors. And then at the same time, others also improving water storage. And compared to other objectives, we have seen a bit of difference in terms of success and importance for the business objectives compared to personal and ecological objectives. And we have asked our respondents also about what factors were available that help you to undertake these natural resource management initiatives. We have found that factors such as evidence that the action works, and family and friend support and community support were available as needed. So we have to take into account those actors who are involved in natural resource management activities to be recognized. That actually adds value. And we have found that less available resources such as knowledge from the First Nation, funding and compensation payment, those are the least available resource support they get. And we have also asked our respondent what external event has occurred and what did they impact. And then we have found that the most hindrance factors, including invasive weeds, extreme temperature, and drought, which is expected. And also, interestingly, we have found that factors such as changing government policies and processes that affect actually a bit of more than any other natural events such as floods and storms, okay? So where we are now in this project, we have ecological data. We have ecological socioeconomic database. We have national survey, and then we have interviews as well. And then we are going to have ecological site visit, and then in order to answer all these research questions. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much, Bassie. We have about 5 minutes for questions, if anyone.
very interesting presentation, and I love the last slide about the changes in government policy having impact. I think everybody in the room would have gone, oh, really? I'm Hetty Bryant and I'm from Richmond Landcare, which is just near here in the Northern Rivers of New South Wales, and we'd probably say floods actually. I just want to ask you a question. Most of that data that you had up there, will that be available in some ways, or are you waiting for publication?
Not yet.
Okay.
It's going to be published
All
and
right.
it's going to be available probably within 6 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
So those findings were mainly from the national survey, weren't there?
Yes.
You've completed the interviews, but that information, it wasn't in there. The interview information wasn't in there, so that will be available in the future too?
Yes.
Yep, okay.
Yeah.
Do you have any kind of standouts from the interviews? I know that's a really big question because qualitative data...
Yeah. We haven't analyzed the interview.
Oh, you haven't? Okay.
Yes, we
Yep.
haven't analyzed, but it will be also in a report.
Yep.
It will be on Resilient Landscape Hub report at the National Environmental Science Program. I don't know whether you know. So,
Okay,
yeah.
good. Thank you.
Yeah.
Really, really powerful information. Thank you very much for that.
So many of the interventions that we might have in any project we undertake are multi-years before we see impact and benefit.
Yeah.
Has that been taken into consideration in the work that you've done here? Because clearly you could not have undertaken this exercise over multiple years. I'm only aware of one decision analysis project at the moment that's looking how was the impact after 10 years of project completion. Was that a big factor here in terms of determining perception of benefit?
Yeah, we understand it's a one point of time data, and then we perceive that people look back and then tell us what happened, and so we don't have data about like what happened in the past, but we trust what we got. That's what, yeah.
Still got time for one more.
Thank you. I just wondered, like, you've got 250 respondents. Is there an opportunity in the future to repeat the study and get more respondents?
Yeah, it's just, it's been open, our survey has been open for 6 months, as some of you may know, and we have pushed a lot to get more responses, and then still the survey is open, but I don't think we can, because, yeah, we have to work on time limit, yes. Yeah, so that's beyond my, what will be happening in the future. Probably have to discuss about with the project manager, and then, yeah.
We've got one more. This might be our last one. Thanks, Greg.
I'm not sure, but I think I won the lucky door prize on this survey when I completed it and went in the draw, and it gave me my ticket to this conference.
Fantastic prize. Well, we have another quick one before afternoon tea. Last one.
Not so much a question, but just a reflection. It's really powerful to have that body of research available, so looking forward to coming out. The partnerships work I'm involved in is a lot with Aboriginal communities, and often from a government lens, it's about, you know, outcomes for environment is a key focus. That's where the money's coming from, but to be able to tie in that social benefit and social uplift as part of the planning is going to be really powerful. So good timing. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Bassie. It's a break for afternoon tea now, if anyone would like to pop downstairs, and we'll be back